All right.
How would you find the area? I put a decimal. I put a decimal on Andre.
Email me. All right, Angel. Let's begin, Andre and Jeffrey. Let's take out your notebooks. Let's title it "Volume of a Triangular and Rectangular Prism." We'll start with these two. We'll probably 100% continue tomorrow. Volume. When we talk about volume, it's the inside of an object. Like how much, gentlemen?
3D object.
Okay, Evan, I need you to focus on this. Okay. Edwin, I need to see your notebook ready and writing this down. How much stuff fits into an object? For example, like a trash can. How much trash fits in this trash can? This box. It's a three-dimensional box. How much paper fits in here? Let's fill up your packet for 2 weeks from now. Volume deals with prisms. Prisms is just like a 3D object. When we deal with area, we deal with like a flat surface. Flat surface like the top of this box. When we do area, we talk about like carpet or paint because it's flat. When we talk about triangular or rectangular prisms, 3D, how much stuff fits in here. We can also do cylinders. For example, like a water bottle is considered a cylinder. How much water is filled in here? How much stuff? So inside. So we'll start off with the triangular prism one. So here's how you draw. There's many ways to draw a 3D triangular prism. This is the way I do it. So I'm going to start off with a triangle. Kind of leave some space on the top because you're going to go draw it back. So I'm going to draw a triangle, an equilateral triangle, which means all sides are equal. Okay, there's my triangle. Now, I basically there's no really easy way to explain this. I just kind of do a line going not straight back, kind of at a 45-degree angle. How do I know it's 45? So if you have graph paper, it's easy to do. Easier. Here, and I'm going to draw in this direction, kind of like at a diagonal. So like this-ish. Kind of hitting the corners, but then I don't. And then I go and like this way. This is my triangle. And then I kind of draw like a rectangle over here. I don't know. It's really easy for me to explain how to do a rectangular prism. How to draw that. So this is a 3D triangular prism. Kind of like, where do you see triangular prisms?
There's one of those triangular chocolates. Oh yeah. I actually saw one.
A really small shape on piece of cookie.
I like those baby toys when they have like the rectangular. You try it, baby.
If you don't think about it as a triangle like that,
Just
Yeah,
a
not bad.
Or
Not
those
bad.
just a melody. Like
Yes.
those baby toys where you can fit the shapes inside the hole.
Yep. So here's a 3D triangular prism.
Here.
Kind of hard.
We should paint it. Oh.
So here's your triangle. And then each side's like a rectangle or a square depending. So you start off a triangle, right? And then you have three squares or rectangles. Okay, so it's made up of two triangles. Top and bottom are triangles, and then three rectangles, which comes into play when you're doing surface area. So this is our three-dimensional triangular prism. To find the volume of a triangular prism, volume of a triangular prism meaning how much stuff fits in here. How much marbles, sand, water, confetti, whatever you want to think about it. How much of it fits in here, okay? So it is base times height divided by 2. What does this mean? Outside of volume. What does base times height divided by 2 mean?
Area of a triangle.
Correct. So this part right here is the area of a triangle. Okay? So to find volume, you need to find the area of a triangle times your big height. What is our big height? Notice I even capitalized it. Your big height would be the height of your actual prism. So, in this example of the one I have in 3D, actually, so I would find the area of the triangle, and then how tall is this prism? How tall, Julio, let's put that down. How tall is this? So to find the area, the volume, I would find the area of the triangle and then multiply it by the actual height. And that's for all of these. For volume, it's always the area of your base times your height. So in your triangle, this would be your base, right? And then this would be your little height, right? You learned how to do area of a triangle either before me or with me a couple months ago. So you're using the area of a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. And now the only difference to make it volume, you would multiply by how tall it is. And that's it. That's how you find volume of a triangular prism. So let's now do a problem.
Wait, Miss O'Malley?
Yes.
Isn't that, instead of height, isn't that like length or?
Well, I draw it like this. But can it also be like this?
Yeah, but the small height. Oh. Why don't we put small width instead of small height?
Because you're using
You're the reason for my problem.
base times height divided by 2 is the area of a triangle. Right? You've learned area of a triangle, right?
Yeah.
Did you use area of a triangle with the width and a length? We use base times height, right? So let's do it. Let's try another one. Let's see if this triangular prism comes out better for some of you. Others of you, I was walking around, you guys did a pretty good job at drawing these. There is an invisible, you could draw the back if you wanted to. I saw some of you do the back. That's fine. Okay? So, just draw me another triangular prism. The good news is, as a 7th grade math teacher, I don't get to grade you on your ability or inability to draw 3D shapes. I worried about the math. If you were in my design class, then I would be worried about your ability. Alright, just kidding. I kid. I don't. So, let's say this is 6 centimeters. This height is 4 centimeters. And let's say the big height is 10 centimeters. The height of the prism. Okay, so you could do volume is equal to base times height times big height. Then you can divide by 2. At any point, you can divide by 2. So notice the difference of this. These are exactly the same. Except this one I want to multiply everything and then divide by 2 at the end. This one is, let's multiply these two, divide by 2, then multiply by this. You'll get the same answer. You will get the same answer. It's just the way you want to deal with it. So, what's the base of my triangle? 6 times, what's my height? 4. What's my big height? 10. And then at some point, I got to divide by 2. Now, you could multiply all these numbers and divide by 2, multiply 2 numbers and divide by 2, multiply 3 numbers and divide by 2, whatever. Or you can even just take one of these numbers and divide by 2, then multiply. Whatever you want. Which one do you want to do? Okay, so let's do that. So you do whatever you want. 6 times 4? Times 10? 240. Then I'm going to divide by 2. 120
centimeters, 3.
to the power of 3 or cubed. Exactly. So in volume, it is to the power of 3. It's to the power of 3. Okay, so let me show you like 20 different ways of solving this one problem. Huh? Centimeters cubed. Area, this is why I have this written up here.
3 dimension?
Correct. Area is centimeters squared, for example, it's squared. When you have volume, it's cubed. So volume, to the power of 3. Okay? Area is to the power of 2. Volume is to the power of 3. Why? Because it's 6 centimeters times 4 centimeters times 10 centimeters. How many centimeters did you multiply? 3. In area, it's like base times height in general, so you multiply 2 numbers. All right, so here, I could do 6 times 4 divided by 2 times 10. 6 times 4 is 24 divided by 2. 12 times 10. 120. 120. Maybe this one. They're all pretty easy. It just depends on the numbers that you have. You could also do 6 times 4 times 10. And I'm going to pick one of these numbers to divide by 2. 10 and make it a 5. 4 times 5, 20 times 6, 120. It's just what your brain wants to do. But if you do this, don't divide like all of them. I don't know. I'm not going to say. Trial and error. But there's so many different ways to do this. Okay, let's do another one. I draw them like laying down because it is a little bit easier, and you see the triangle when they're like on the side. So let's get you started. Let's say 7 inches, 12 inches, and let's say, fine, I'll be nice, 2 inches. Start that. I'm going to see if I can pull up another 3-dimensional one. I just found my 8th grade picture. Oh, I just found a Starbucks card. What? I just found stuff and I got distracted. You know, I do that. I don't know. Are these any better? Is this better? Example? Triangular prism. All right. What do we got?
84. 84 inches to the power of 3.
Good. All right. So 7 times 2 times 12 divided by 2.
You just get rid of the 2.
Yeah, you could. That's true.
And then you are left with 7 over 12. Like some people who,
Ah!
yeah. I was about to say some people who do that get confused by putting a 2.
Yep. Any questions?
Right before I was going
Are we okay?
to put a 2.
Do we want to practice this and then learn the other one? I think so.
I definitely understand it.
Yeah, so let's practice
Let's do a hard one. What?
Is there like levels
The harder ones just deal with numbers that are like bigger or they decimals. You really can't complicate this too much. The complicated one is when it's a different shape. That's how we get it. Like the hardest one of this one would be the cylinder. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna
Then you just do the circumference times
area.
the area. The area times
The height. To find the volume of any shape, you find the area of the shape, like circle, square.
I see why you call it height instead of length.
But you know, people don't trust the teacher sometimes.
That's just orange.
Oh yeah, that one's just like. Yes. Huh? You need an iPad Monday, charge fully. Alright.
I did try to, but I guess my brother.
Huh?
Math.
Alright. So this side is called ES1, easy 1. This called is ES2, so level 2 of easy. It's just it's bigger numbers. It's nothing but that. Just the bigger numbers. Question? No. Go. You can grab the trash can, Evan, and just bring it to your desk and dump it all in there. So let's write the volume is equal to base times height times big H divided by 2. But yes, pyramid is totally different. Yes.
For a pyramid, do you have to divide by 2 times? Yes, 3 times. It depends on what pyramid.
So pyramid, if it's a square pyramid or a triangular pyramid, it's 1/3 base times the height.
Are you reading that joke?
7 times 5?
So 1/3. 1/3. Don't ask me why.
And then there's also 17
4/3 are right there. See? Good job. Pi times radius cubed.
Yeah. That is why I traumatized Leslie.
Yes. Oh, you should do this one.
Will we find the volume of a sphere soon?
No, let's say 3.
Oh my god. I know
Am
that
I
has to do
traumatizing
something.
you? This, you know what? I should make a quiz, and that's the only problem you get.
Oh my god. I will sob in the corner.
Hemisphere?
I haven't even passed the sphere one yet.
Yeah.
I keep getting
A hemisphere, 1/2, 4/3 pi radius cubed. You know.
it's basically like sphere divided by 2.
Yeah, but it's not divided by. Oh yeah, it is divided by 2. Yeah. Yes. Yes. 1/3 base times the height. Big B. 1/3 times the area of the base times your height. Yes. 210. Let me double check because I haven't even started, but thank you. All right. 7 times 5 times 12 divided by 2. I'm going to do 6 with this one. So that's 30 times 7, 210 inches cubed.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Jeffrey. 13 times 15 times 2 divided by 2. You can eliminate the 2's. So then you have 13 times 15.
No.
What number? Okay. So let me do it in here. Because you might not get a calculator for these. So 13 times 15. Feel free to move on. Feel free to do this in your notebook. So what you do is you multiply everything by 5 first. So 5 times 3, 15, carry the 1. 5 times this one is 5 plus 1 is 6. So I multiplied everything by 5, right? So I'm done with this one. Now I'm going to add a 0 placeholder. Now I'm going to multiply everything by 1. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 1, 1. Then I add all these numbers up. 5, 9, 1. 195 feet cubed. So 11 times 4 times 6 divided by 2. I'm going to make this a 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. Or 3 times 11. What's 3 times 11? 33. So I can just do 33 times 4. No matter what combination you multiply, you're going to get the same answer if you multiplied correctly. I got to multiply all these 3 numbers and then divide by 2. But you know what? I'm going to take these 2 just once, make this a 3. Now 2 is eliminated. And then 11 times 4 times 3. I'm going to do 11 times 3 first. I get 33. So 33 times 4. 12, carry the 1. 3, 13. So 132 yards cubed. Yep. Oh, I didn't even show you a right triangle. That's all right.
Wait, right triangle is just the same, right?
Yeah, like this one.
Yeah.
We just didn't do it in our notebooks.
Wait, isn't the first one the right triangle? You drew a
Number 6 is a right triangle. To create the height, you need to make, you see how the height is this dotted line? But number 6 would be identified as a right triangle because it's already a right angle to begin with. All of these, we had to draw them inside, so they're technically not right triangles. This would be obtuse, acute, right. Yeah.
How's life in a picture?
I need you to focus on your math work.